Today I'm going to be filming a video that I have been talking about for quite a while on my channel. Self-love is probably the most important thing to me ever. It's something that I really believe in, something I really stand for, and just something that's very, very important to me. And loving yourself is probably like one of the either hardest or easiest things, depending on you. For me, it was the hardest thing ever. But I'm at a place in my life where I genuinely love who I am. I love everything about me, and it hasn't always been like that. So I'm just gonna sit here and just talk to you about self-love and how I learned to love myself, and just some tips on how to love yourself more. So yeah, just keep on watching. Loving yourself is something that takes a lot of time. Like, I spent 16 years hating who I was. I didn't learn to actually love myself till I was 17. I'm 18 now. I've always talked about, like, one day I want to be able to do like this, like love myself and mean it. And I'm at a point in my life where I can do that. I can sit here and say all these amazing things about me because I love who I am. Like, it's not being conceited, it's not being full of yourself, it's having confidence, it's knowing you're amazing, knowing you're beautiful, it's just loving yourself. I said before that I was waiting for certain things to make this video happen, and this was the one thing that I wanted to do before I made this video, because I've had this tattoo in mind for like about 2 years before I got it. So this means self-love in Arabic, and a lot of people ask me why I got it. Like, I think my family is the main people that ask me, like, why did you get it? Like, and for me, it's just like, it's a really big reminder that, self-love, like, I love myself, and this just reminds me every day that I love myself. Like, this has a story behind it. Like, I hated who I was for my whole life. I was the most insecure person ever. Like, I was insecure about the way I looked, the way I talked, the way I walked, the way I dressed, about how much money I had, about the clothes I had, about how smart I was, about what other people were thinking about me. Like, literally insecure about everything, and it was really bad. If you guys want a video on like me going into depth with my self-love journey and why, I didn't love myself, then let me know and I'll do that separately. But I didn't like who I was. I hated who I was for 16 years. Like, it started when I was really young. Just a lot of things in my life just weren't, I don't know, I wasn't happy with me. I wasn't happy with the person that I was. And yeah, I wish I could change it. I always wanted to be someone else. I always wanted to be like somebody else. Like, I didn't want to be me ever. Until I reached 17. And now, I fucking love myself. Like, literally, I am my own lock screen. I love me, like, more than anything. I love myself 100%. And I never thought that I would ever be able to say that. But I do. And you should too. Like, honestly. And learning how to love yourself is it's a long process. For some people it's sooner than others. For me, it took 17 years, but that's okay. Like, I learned so much, and I'm happy that it took that long, honestly, because it's great. Like, because I now love myself a lot. I'm gonna just keep saying I love myself because I do. Like, I just do. But it is something that takes time to learn. It's not something, some people, I'm sure they just love themselves and they just always will, and they always have. And for other people, they have to learn, like me, and it takes a long time. It takes a lot of hard work, actually. Like, that sounds kind of stupid, but it takes hard work to learn to love yourself and to be confident with who you are, to be happy with who you are. If you're happy with yourself, if you love yourself, life gets a little bit easier. You have a more positive outlook on things. I hated myself, and I still had the most positive outlook on everything that didn't have to do with me, like, physically, But, so yeah. So, if you don't love yourself right now, just know it is a process. You're not gonna just wake up and, oh, I love myself now. No, it takes time. I was like 15, 16. I would joke around a lot, and I would sound very conceited when I would joke around. I'd be like, oh my god, like, I'm fucking great, like, I'm the best, like, I'm gorgeous, like, I love myself. Like, I would say this stuff like all the time to people. Like, I don't even know how, but I would just be like, oh my god, like, I fucking love myself, like, I'm fucking great. Like, I would just say this stuff all the time to other people, and I didn't mean it. Like, I hated myself. I didn't think I was even pretty. I didn't think I was great. Like, no, I hated myself. But I would constantly say this stuff so that other people would think that I loved myself when I didn't. And it helped, actually, because once you say something a lot, you start to believe it, you know? Like, when you start, so like, basically fake it till you make it. Like, I pretended to love myself in front of other people so they wouldn't see that I hated myself. And once I finally just realized that, hey, I actually am great, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am the best, like, who doesn't want to think that way about themselves? Like, I love me. Like, why would I not love myself? Like, what is there to not love about me? I am Lina fucking Khalifa. Like, I don't care how conceited that sounds, how full of myself I sound. It's clearly that I just love myself, and I love being me. I don't want to be anyone else, like, nothing. I love who I am on the inside, on the outside, everything. When I started doing makeup and getting good at makeup is when I started to love myself. Not like the very beginning, but like when I was 17, like doing makeup, I started to really love myself around that time because I was finally good at something. And doing makeup and having people tell me like, oh my god, you're so good, like, how do you do this? Can you help me? Can you show me? Can you do this, do that? That boosted my confidence because I've never been good at anything. Literally nothing. No sports, no school, if anything, just not hair. I've never been good at anything. So like, once I became good at makeup, not when I first started, so obviously I wasn't good. Once I became good at makeup, it was pretty amazing because like, people told me that I was good at something, you know? And I knew that I was good at it. Like, it built up my confidence a lot. It boosted my confidence a lot. It made me feel good. Like, that's why I do makeup, honestly. It's helped me, like, love myself because I'm good at something. And I can help people with something, which is great, you know? Someone wants to know how to do a double cut crease or whatever, I can show them how to do it, you know? I can teach them. I can do their makeup, like, everyone thinks that girls who wear makeup are insecure and they don't love themselves. I don't do makeup to make myself look better or pretty. I'm fucking gorgeous without makeup, and I know I am. Like, you know, I go to school, I go to work, I go everywhere without makeup. I post pictures without makeup, like, I hang out with my friends without makeup. I don't need makeup to feel pretty, and I don't need makeup to love myself. Like, I love myself, bare face and all. I obviously have makeup on right now because I like doing makeup. Doing makeup makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel good about myself, but not beauty wise. I just like doing it. I love the way makeup looks. I think it's very pretty. It's very fun. Like, it's something creative. I love makeup, not for the fact that I need it, because I don't need it. And so I don't want people thinking that I love myself because I learned how to cake my face and look like a different person. That's not the case at all. Like, what I've always said is, if a girl needs to cake her face up to feel beautiful, to love herself, then let her do it. If, you know, if wearing like thick ass makeup, heavy ass dramatic makeup helps you gain confidence, do it. Do whatever you need to do to gain confidence, to learn to love yourself. Because once I loved myself with makeup, because that's how it first started. I loved myself with makeup first. Then you start to just love yourself overall. You realize you don't need it to love yourself. You don't need it to feel pretty. Like, when I first started wearing makeup, I felt like I kind of needed it. Like, I looked better with it for like the first couple of months. Like, oh my god, like, I'm not wearing makeup. Like, you know. But now, like, it's makeup. Like, I know I don't look like this without it. But I'm still pretty both ways. I still love myself both ways. if you sit here and you're so worried about what other people think, what other people think of you, what other people are saying about you behind your back, if other people think you're pretty, if other people think you're smart. I was like that. Like, I was so worried about what people thought about me. Like, this was a long time ago. Way long ago. Like, years ago. And I was miserable because you cannot please everybody. People just, they hate on everybody for everything. You know, somebody's gonna think you're gorgeous, somebody's gonna think you're ugly as hell, someone's gonna think you're funny, someone's gonna think you're stupid. You know, people will always have their own opinion on you, no matter what. And you cannot let anyone else's opinion on you, whatever anyone else has to say about you or anything you're doing, affect you, because you're gonna be miserable if you're trying to please everybody. You're gonna be miserable if you care what everybody thinks. That is like the number one thing, is once you stop caring about what anybody thinks about you, like literally everybody, you are going to love yourself more because you're not focused on what everybody else is saying about you. I don't care what anyone has to say about me. Like, clearly, I have a YouTube channel. Like, you know how many people talk shit about me for that? I have like 2,000 subscribers. I'm not a huge ass YouTuber. I'm not getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars for this, you know. I spend a lot of money just for this channel. And I'm sure people talk shit about it because I know they do. I'm not stupid. I've heard it before. Like, it doesn't faze me. Like, if you don't like me wearing makeup, okay. You don't like me doing YouTube, okay. You don't like me talking about how much I love myself, okay. I don't care. I could give a single fuck. Like, that is why that is my pinned tweet on Twitter. I really did. I wish I gave a fuck, but I can't. Like, I love me. And I love everything that I do for me. You know, I'm living my life for me. I'm living my life to make myself happy, not for anybody else. So why would I sit here and worry about what someone else thinks about me or what somebody else has to say about me? I'm going to be miserable. So if you're living like that, you really have to find a way to stop that, because you're legit going to get nowhere with it, because you're just not. And it's facts. Fuck everybody and just do you. Wake up every day, look in the mirror, tell yourself that you're beautiful, you're amazing, and that you love yourself. And even if you don't, even if you wake up, you think you look disgusting, you feel like shit, you are so upset with yourself because you did something stupid, who cares? Just tell yourself you love yourself, you're beautiful, and you're fucking great, because you are. And nobody else needs to think that besides you. And something that people say all the time, you know, how do you expect somebody to love you if you don't love yourself? Well, that's true. And that's not just like a relationship type of thing. That's just like, you know, like, I don't believe somebody loves me like that, you know. Like, okay, I don't believe in love for me. I just don't feel like it's meant to happen for me. You know, some head ass shit, but like dead ass. And I really didn't believe it back when I hated myself. Now that I love myself, I'm just like, wow, like, I'm great. Like, how can somebody not love me? Like, you know, like, you're missing out, not me, because I have me. So yeah. Don't depend on anyone else for your happiness. Don't depend on anyone else to love you. If you don't love yourself before you try to let somebody else love you. Because I feel like if you don't love yourself and you try to find someone to love you to kind of fill that void, you're just going to need their approval. You're going to need them. You don't want to need anybody. You want to love yourself on your own, by yourself, and just know that you only need you. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you don't feel like yourself. You know, I do. I have days where I don't really like myself, but at the end of the day, you just have to remind yourself that you are fucking amazing. You're, you know, you're the shit, and that is what it is. You know, loving yourself is the most important thing ever, and you need to love yourself before anyone else can love you. Just before anything, love yourself, because I truly think it's the most important thing in the world. And then after that would be being positive, having a positive outlook on life, loving yourself. Like, those are the two things that I stand for and I believe in the most. So yeah, that's just kind of something I wanted to share. Like, I know what it feels like to hate yourself. I know what it feels like to not love yourself, because I spent so much time like crying and being upset because I wasn't happy with the person I was. I didn't think I was beautiful. I never thought I was good enough for anything. I never thought I was worth it. Like, you know, when I didn't love myself, I always felt so alone. Like, I didn't have anybody, like literally nobody. I never understood why I wasn't happy. And you know, it's hard not being happy with yourself. It's hard not loving yourself because you just always feel like there's something missing, and there is something missing when you don't love yourself. It's really hard, and I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, because I know what it's like to feel alone, to feel unhappy, to not like who you are, and it's not a good feeling. And now that I look back on my 16-year-old self who didn't love herself, who wasn't confident, who wasn't happy, who was super nervous about everything, who was super shy about everything, like, I want to give that person a hug and just tell them, like, you're so much more than this. You're so much better than this. Like, you're amazing. You're so beautiful. You're amazing. And whenever I'm having a bad day, I kind of like to think back on who I used to be and how much I used to not love myself, how depressed I was, how unhappy I was. And I'm just like, wow, I went from that to being who I am now. Who I am now, I love myself 150%. I'm happy with who I am. I'm confident with myself and everything that I do. I have bad days. I have days where I want to just give up the world, like, but I don't. I keep going. I know how strong I am as a person, and I did it on my own. And anybody, I felt lower than low. Like, I felt like dirt, and now I feel like a fucking queen. And it's all from within. Like, it's all the way you view yourself. It's all in what you tell yourself. What you put out comes back. Like, if you constantly tell yourself you're ugly, you're a piece of shit, you're stupid, where are you gonna go? Nowhere. Nowhere. You gotta tell yourself how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how proud of yourself, to yourself. Like, you gotta just talk to yourself. Wake up every day with a positive mind. Wake up every day and tell yourself that you love yourself and that you're amazing and that you're gonna have a great day. Positive outlook on life. Loving yourself, only you can teach yourself that. I can't even tell you how. It's all from you. The whole point of this video is just to let you know that no matter where you are right now in life, no matter who you are, no matter how unhappy you are, no matter, even if you are happy, but you're not as happy as you want to be, like, you're fucking amazing, you're the shit, and you should think that you're the best person ever. I think I'm the best person ever, personally. Like, you should think you're the best at every single thing you do, you know. You have to have the confidence, and you have to love yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself, and that's very 100% true. So, self-love is everything to me, and I've been talking about making this video for a while. And if you guys want to see a video on my personal self-love journey and what I went through, why I didn't love myself and to now, then let me know, because I kind of didn't want to put that in this video because I didn't want to make it all about me, I guess, but kind of is. I don't know. So if you have any questions or comments regarding self-love or anything, if you're ever going through anything, send me a message, a DM, a Snapchat. I will reply to it. Like, I'm not famous, obviously. I'm not important. So I can open a message. And if you ever just need anyone to talk to, someone to vent to, advice, hit me up. Like, stuff like that really makes me happy. It makes me love myself more when people trust me enough to come to me for advice or help. It makes me feel really good, and I like to make other people feel good because it makes me feel good. So that is it for this self-love video, and I hope whoever's watching this gets something out of it. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I tried. I'm kind of clueless going into this. I spoke from the heart. I spoke with just what came to the top of my head. I'm sure once I'm editing this video, I'm like, oh, I should have said this. Like, happens with everything I film. But yeah, so that's all for this video. Any video requests about anything, I want to do just more sit down talking videos, because I feel like that's what this channel is meant for. So just leave video requests for anything, and yeah, remember that you are the fucking best. Literally, self-love is the best love. And thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Alright, till next time.